Hello, everyone. Sorry for being late today. First of all, I was busy editing a video which I woke up at 5:30 a.m. today morning, and I was doing that. I really need a video editor, but at the same time, I do not want a video editor who doesn't understand chess. So that's my problem. I would really want to work with someone who is good at chess, who can also edit videos well. But for now, well, the morning was spent in editing a video of Anish Giri. I don't know if all of you have already seen it. I am around 20 minutes late, precisely because I was about to publish it. To publish it and then to do this was my plan. Like, I wanted to finish it at 8 and then come, but it just extended. Also, at the same time, I must say that only the comedians didn't wake up until a certain point, but Vaibhav is up. I'm very pleased with that. Well, I'll just quickly show you before inviting Vaibhav as to what I did. How do I do that? Yep, this way. And if you go to YouTube, this and just type ChessBase India. This is our live video right now, but this is the one which I edited today morning.
Sagar Shah, yeah? Sagar is our big friend.
And that's Anish speaking about me on his channel and ChessBase India. And it was so nice, Anish speaking really good things about ChessBase India. And so I did put that up, but it felt like incomplete, kind of Anish praising ChessBase India, because it's actually mutual. What he has done for ChessBase India is huge. And so what I decided to do was to show you the journey over the years of how Anish has contributed. So the first half is Anish talking about ChessBase India. That's nearly 2 minutes. And then
really good stuff. So that was a Sagar Shah commercial. Let's go back to playing.
Thank you, Anish, for such kind and then you see that I've put in videos of Anish. This is the first video we have on our channel. This is way back in 2015, and Amruta.
Yeah, I think it's all the tournaments. Basically, all the players they are preparing before the game.
Amruta had interviewed Anish, and this goes on. This is 2015. If you move ahead, this is 2016 at the candidates. Go further, this is Anish at the World Cup 2017, then at the Olympiad in 2018. I also put in a clip of how he has impacted the young generation of Indian chess. This is Ronak Sadhwani talking about how he learned from Anish Giri videos. Also one video of how Anish worked very hard to solve a study on the ChessBase India channel. So it has been a phenomenal journey. Like, the amount of content that Anish has contributed is huge. And so this is my way of just thanking Anish for all that he has done. So now about today, welcome. First of all, a big thank you to Anarkali, and say Suprabhat Guruji. Thank you, Anarkali, for the super chat. Jamil Jan is here. Jamil, welcome. First of all, let me invite Vaibhav, who has been lobbied for some time. Vaibhav, I don't know if he is still there. I have admitted him. Aha, Vaibhav is here. Vaibhav, welcome. Hello, Vaibhav.
Hi, good morning, Sagar.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Sorry, I got a bit delayed. Also, I was just editing a video of Anish, and then I put it up right now. And I was thinking that today you're not going to wake up.
Very probable these days, actually.
Yeah. I think you have a lot of shows that are going on right now as well at night.
Not as much, but yeah, I mean, there are shows, but nothing more than usual. It's just that my sleep cycle has gone back for a toss.
So today we're going to wake you up with some combinations. The thing is, everyone asks us, how do you solve chess combinations? What is the way? And I have always had a specific way of working on things. So I'm going to do it with you. We are going to solve some chess combinations of Mikhail Tal, okay, from his games. But we will do it in a way where you understand how you can do it on a regular basis. So there are a lot of people who are watching this who solve combinations from books, from websites, and so on. But I always have seen that they want to get the right answer. They are never interested in the right process of thinking. So we are going to try to implement the right process and then get to the right answer. And our aim is in 1 hour. We have 1 hour right now to solve 10 positions. Okay. Okay. So before we get going, I'll just read a few super chats. One of them is Shubham Shah, who says, "Good morning, Sagar sir. Kem cho? Love from USA." Thank you, Shubham. As always, some Gujarati, thodu Gujarati hu bolis a channel par. Feels great to have Gujarati viewers. Thank you. Bahut saru lagyu. Mona Lisa Chaudhary, "Good morning, Sagar. Completely agree with what AG said. You are the best and most patient teacher of chess. Thanks for all these sessions." Thank you, Mona Lisa. I'm very glad. As I had previously mentioned, there are so many wonderful trainers in Indian chess who remain behind the scenes. Ramesh sir is one of them whom we got on the show. I am very keen on getting other great trainers here and spending time with Vaibhav, Samay, Biswa, Rahul. Whenever that happens, we had Jamil Jan yesterday, who I thought was simply phenomenal, who was very patient. What do you say, Vaibhav?
He was 100%. That game, though, except in his playing style.
Yeah, his playing style, he doesn't like to go back. Always forward, always forward. Kishore Hazarika, nice t-shirt. I almost defeated Aryan Ranjan twice yesterday. Blundered before the final kill twice, then Samay destroyed me. Oh, Kishore, you are about to beat Aryan Ranjan. I think, Aryan, you need to get your game going. I think this young boy is very talented and he can actually play at a very high level. But Kishorji, if you are beating Aryan Ranjan twice, it means you have improved tremendously. And about the t-shirt, well, that's ChessBase India t-shirt which we have. It's the collar neck edition. We also have other t-shirts, but no time for that right now to show you guys. Okay, so Vaibhav, I'm going to share my screen with you.
Yeah.
And that is the screen. This is I'm going to make Vaibhav bigger. So this was the video which I was talking about, Anish Giri, that has been edited. You can check it out later. It shows the entire journey of Anish with ChessBase India, right from 2015, how he gave interviews, first time we met him and what happened and so on. Yeah, it's nice nostalgic journeys. Siddharth Ranadev, GM Sagar sir, कसं काय? Loving this session. Siddharth, कसे आहात तुम्ही? माझ्या घरी मी मराठी बोलतो दररोज, सो मराठीची काहीच कमी नाही आहे. Why am I speaking Marathi so bad right now? I'm better than that. Okay, so Vaibhav, first one, I'm going to set up this position. By the way, the positions are from the book, which is one of my favorite ones. It's called the Woodpecker Method. It has combinations from all world champions out there. All the world champions who are who have been right from Stenitz till Carlsen. So we are going to focus on Tal because he's one of our favorites. I was thinking between Tal and Anand. I think Anand we'll do in the next sessions, one of the coming sessions. Okay, so first position here, let's see. I'm just going to set it up very quickly. By the way, when you're setting up a position, the very nice thing is that you start seeing patterns. When you are setting it up, you see, okay, this queen is here, this piece is here. So you are actually looking at every piece on the board. And this is again an important thing, because many times if I give you position directly, it'll be like, I forgot about that piece. But when I'm setting it up, you can see all the pieces, where they are, how maybe this rook on a1 can be used in the game, and so on. Okay, so bishop d3, knight e2, bishop f2. So this one is black to move. I'll just make it black here. And let's think about it. What do you play here as black? So guys, you also try to focus, try to think about this position. And very important is that whenever you are trying to improve at chess, to actually think as if this is an actual game. So Vaibhav, first thing which I would love for you to do is to imagine that you are black playing this game, not Tal is black. Because if you always think about, Tal is black, I can play whatever I want, then what is going to happen is that you will just sacrifice material without care. But if it's your game, then you will be very alert. So first tip for anyone who's solving positions at home, put yourself in the shoes of the black player. This is what is very important.
Okay. The eventual result has to be the mate on h2.
Okay.
So if mate has to happen on h2.
Very nice. Vaibhav has now developed an intuition that he knows this is the hot spot in the position. Very good.
So
how do you begin? Like, do you look at the candidate moves?
Yeah. So I thought about knight to g3.
Okay.
Knight to g3.
And any other moves you considered? Like, or you are just like
So
knight g3 and let's go in.
So first I thought knight g3, and then I saw that it doesn't work quickly right away. So there's something else I have to do. Then I started thinking about what I can do with the bishop by capturing the g4 pawn. Is there something I can do?
Okay.
So I'm just thinking of it. Okay, wait. So
checks, captures, and threats.
Yeah,
you
check
had
is
this
check
one
is
as the first
h3.
check. Yeah.
Check is h3. And I think that's the only check we have. Yeah. Capture. Okay. Captures. There's just g4 capture.
And there are two more.
Oh, sorry. B4 capture, and yeah, the pawns capture on d4, but I'm not 100% sure if that is going to be very relevant here. But okay. And threats we have. Okay, right now nothing is being attacked or anything, but
well, if it was white to move, he would take this knight. Yeah, like he would just win a piece.
Right. So obviously we have to remove the knight from there either, or if if I can get the g3 square blocked and get my queen to h4, that is what I want. Like if I had magic to do, I wish I could do that.
Okay.
So how to make that happen? Okay, I have a feeling of all the moves, the capture on g4 and knight check is what I have to consider.
Okay.
So knight to g4, knight to g3, b into g3. Sorry, bishop g3, pawn f into g3, knight into g3. Knight g3 तो नहीं हो सकता, queen capture जाएगा. Okay.
So now you start seeing another dynamic in the play, which is the queen standing opposite the queen.
Right. So if knight into g3 hota hai, then I'm threatening mate. So I win the queen in that case. So knight into g3 नहीं हो सकता. नहीं, knight into g3 भी होगा तो क्या दिक्कत है? Actually, he can't take the piece. Oh, is that it?
Okay. Can you tell me your calculation one final time with the proper notations?
Okay. So basically knight goes to g3.
Okay.
And then irrelevant of whoever captures whatever, Okay, wait. Let me see what would white capture with, like to capture with actually. सबसे पहले. I think he would prefer capturing with the bishop to introduce some safety to the h2 pawn. I think so. Okay, so say for example the bishop captures on g2, g3.
Okay.
Then in that case, f captures with g3. That threatens mate. So we win the queen.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that that's it, but it doesn't seem like. Is it? There's more? Okay. There's a mate.
In general, what you are doing is right, but you should always be looking at defenses for the opponent. So this is my biggest advice to everyone here. Whenever you are trying to solve something, look at as if you want to beat yourself. Like knight g3 move आया दिमाग में, looks a good one. Now you switch role and you say to yourself, I am white now, I have to defend with all my might this position. Then only can you find good defensive ideas for your opponent.
So here I have a feeling. Okay, say for example knight takes. If the knight takes and I take, then and I take with then I still lose the.
So now two things are happening. One is queen is attacked and another one is h2 is hanging. So try to find a defense to both. Can you find it?
Oh yeah, bishop captures on g3.
But bishop g3, then you lose the queen. That's not a defense to both.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, just.
Chemil, thank you for checking all the variations of the people in the chat. That is very kind of you. Very kind of you.
Oh, okay. Bishop e1.
Bishop e1 or bishop e3. Maybe e1. What is the
Oh
problem?
yeah, this is nicer. Yeah, that keeps the rooks unconnected, so that's not.
No. Think very specifically. Let's think move by move. What is the problem here? Kaivalya, thank you. Thank you for sending that picture of Ayushi sketch of Vidit on the mail. Thanks to it, we could post it on ChessBase India, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube community, and I hope Ayushi is back soon. That is what I hope. Not seen her since quite a few days. Yeah.
I still capture the queen.
Yes, absolutely. Takes, and then it's a mate. Fantastic. What about bishop e3 now?
So now bishop e3 threatens the queen. Now there is no mate for sure. But say for example the rook captures on h2 now, then the queen can capture back. So.
And then you lose your queen.
Right.
So be careful.
I still capture the bishop.
Very good. Excellent. Queen into e3, deflecting the queen so that it's a mate here and you're a piece up at the very least. So knight g3, knight into g3, I think we have covered it up completely.
Right. Knight g3, right. Bishop captures. That case, f captures on g.
Yeah. And once again, I think, do you see any defense here for white? Because now queen is hanging, also pawn is hanging.
I don't think I see a defense. I mean, there's no way I can stop unless I move my knight. If I move my knight to g3, capturing it, I just lose the queen.
Absolutely. So Knight g3 check, bishop and knight takes are covered. Let's have a look at rook takes. Because you see, in a way, the rook takes is actually a very key defensive idea because the king gets a square on g1. So now if you take here, you just lose the queen. I mean, you have to look at it very carefully. Rook takes g3. What happens?
Oh, then in that case, rook captures on h2.
Okay, go on. I want you to look, never end a variation on your move. That's another thing. Rook into h2.
Rook into h2, king can capture. If king captures it, then f captures on g3 is just losing the queen.
Yes, very good.
So what if the king goes to g1?
Absolutely.
If the king goes to g1, then
this is what I like. This is now Vaibhav is taking it at a higher level. He is looking at his move, then he is looking at opponent's best move. You know, when we began these sessions, everyone was like, oh, I found the move and that's the end of the story. But now you look at king g1, better defense.
king g1, I'm thinking, what if I go rook h1? In that case, he has to go. Because if he captures the rook, then no, nothing happens. So I can't capture that. Okay, so the king is on g1, my rook is on h2. I go queen. I think I go queen h3 because now I'm threatening
h3, h4, where?
h4. Sorry, queen h4 and king. I'm threatening mate on h1, which cannot be protected.
It's not a mate because there is a square on g2.
But like, I mean, next move
queen h2. Yeah.
So is there a way? What if the king goes one more square ahead so that king goes to f1 so that the knight can jump in to protect? Maybe.
Very good.
So if the king goes there, I still give a check. Then knight goes to g1, and my rook. So my rook is on h1. The white king is on f1, and the knight has just jumped in between. All right. All this, and the rook is now hanging. The white rook is attacked by f1. So if I take that, then I get two pieces right away. Because I capture it and then I capture the bishop also. So there's major material damage that white is going to face. I will get two pieces up.
Very good. So basically, if rook g3, you spotted rook h2. Excellent. If he takes, then there's a check and you lose the queen. So he has to go to g1. Now actually, I was thinking, what if the move rook f2?
Okay.
Because my idea was similar. Like if you take here, I want to take with a check and win the queen. But here, he has a defense. And this is always missed. You know, like we always consider knight g3 or king g3. But there's king e1. You know, defending the queen. And suddenly, I'm not so sure if white... Of course, black is clearly better here. But the material is around even. It's just a pawn. So then we come to your move, which is actually much better. Queen h4. Very good. I was very impressed because now you are threatening rook h1 and queen h2 mate. Rook h1, king g2 and queen h2 mate. So he must do something about it. And I was very happy that you looked at king f1. Excellent. This is how you think about moves. And now I think there are a couple of different ways to win here. I think the best way, one is what you suggested, which is rook h1, but then there is rook g1. Remember, not just knight g1. And here you may even lose the game because you are a piece down.
Okay, so if rook h1, then if rook h1, I go queen g3. Is it?
No, here if you
No.
go,
So here instead of giving a check, I can just capture also.
yes. But what?
I
Capture what?
capture the rook,
But if you take the rook, I take back, let's say, with the bishop here.
and then I give a check, and then
Check, king f2.
and then
And somehow, yes, you are going to win this rook, but your queen is attacked, and suddenly you are a piece down. Oh no, you are an exchange up. Sorry. So even this may be winning this position here, but it is unclear. Slightly,
no, he'll take my rook, and then yeah. So like I'm an
exchange up.
exchanger, but yeah, it's
But
not that
because
great.
these
Yeah.
are all undeveloped, it may cause problems to win it.
Hmm.
So
Right.
so something better here. Guys, Jamil is doing a fantastic job. All the questions in the chat are being answered by him. I'm so grateful, Jamil. And also, he's put in the link of his YouTube channel. Please subscribe to him. Make sure that you subscribe. Other mods can also share the YouTube channel of Jamil. So, fantastic. So, it's like there are doubts that are there of other, and usually when we are solving with Vaibhav, some doubts remain unsolved or some doubts get solved after some time, but Jamil is making sure that everyone's questions are solved. Fantastic. Fantastic. So Vaibhav, what's the move here?
I'm considering check captures threats. May first is rook captures on uh, f rook captures on f2, rook h1, and queen h3. So queen h3 doesn't make sense, I think. Rook on h1 means rook g1 is met with rook g1, and mm, even if after that I go queen h3, the rook is still protected twice. Kind of escapes. Is it? Yeah, I don't think there is a clear way then. Okay, so now the only other thing is rook captures on f1, f2.
Very
If rook captures on f2, king captures back. May I take with the pawn? I take with the pawn. Knight captures on g3. Queen h2 check. King e1, and
take the queen, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah?
Think.
No, come
Nahin,
on.
nahin, 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 nahin. Wait, check and take the rook.
No, check. यहाँ पे knight block कर देगा. So instead of
Oh damn!
giving a
Wait, wait,
check,
wait. Oh sorry, yeah,
take
captures
the
on
knight.
knight g3.
Take
I'm
the
so
knight.
sorry.
Take the knight, and your piece up, and this is sufficient to win now. So very good. So first of all, queen h4 was important move, and after king f1, taking on f2 was an important move. Going back now, see, the thing is, you saw knight g3 check. You saw he can take with the knight, he can take with the bishop, he can take with the rook. Everything is winning. But is there any other defense?
No. I mean, apart from taking, he has to take because he's getting mated. So he
No, no.
has to capture.
Think. This is what happens when you.
Oh. Okay, so king g2
Very good. King
is
g2, and suddenly white asks, okay, great, you did all the calculation, but where is the material? Now you are winning. I'm just moving my king up. And this is what calculation really is all about, guys. If I had to give you one hint, one big tip today is to look at all the best moves for your opponent. It's like put yourself in opponent's shoes. That's the most important thing.
right now. The most forcing move, the checks are rook captures on h2.
Yeah.
In which case उसके अलावा क्या check है? उसके अलावा कोई check तो कुछ खास है नहीं. I don't think I have a check there. captures में है, knight captures, that doesn't really make a difference. Captures on e5, but without a check, just gonna capture, doesn't make sense. Rook captures is okay, and threat abhi as such तो नहीं, threat वाला चीज में ज्यादा सोचता नहीं हूँ, मैंने देखा है, don't really get around as to how to calculate or think that, but okay. So let me see, rook h2.
थ्रेट मतलब क्या रहता है पता है वैभव? थ्रेट मीन्स यू अटैक समथिंग. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई प्ले क्वीन h4 एंड थ्रेटन क्वीन h2, it's a threat. For example, if I am threatening, say, if there is a here, let's say a knight is on c6 and I play d5 attacking the knight, it's also a threat. So whenever you attack something or whenever you are threatening a checkmate, like here queen h4 के बाद queen h3 is a mate. These are all
Right.
threats.
Right. Well, that's what I'm thinking, like queen h4, and I don't think there is if he. Okay, so queen h4, I think h captures on g3, and or maybe the bishop captures, either ways actually, bishop or
H g3, what is the refutation?
h g3, just h2, I think queen h2, and then
Think carefully. Mate in one.
I'm so sorry, yeah. H3.
Because whenever the king is running away from f1, you can give a diagonal check and it's a
Right.
mate.
Right. So he has to capture with the bishop, I think, to create some space also.
Yes,
have
this
a
is very
feeling.
important, because even if he takes with the knight, what is the problem?
There's no space. h3 is still mate.
Yeah, very important.
So if he takes with the knight and next move he removes the bishop.
No, if he
No, he
takes
doesn't
with the
have time. He
knight, तो
doesn't get time.
direct mate ही है. So
Yeah.
there is no time. So you take with the bishop.
Mate क्यों है? वो जा सकता है ना h1.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but I mean, check here.
He goes h1, but yeah, that's mate, right? Okay. So he has to take with the bishop, in which case I go. Okay, so if f captures on g3, then he has to go away with the king because I'm threatening mate.
Where? Where is the mate?
The mate is on. No, mate is on h3, right?
Right now it's on h3, but only because this pawn also controls this square. So can we
Right.
get rid of it?
Yeah. So either he captures it or he goes to king f1 already, right away.
But king
If he goes
f1
king
already
f1,
means that we are no material down. We have not
uh,
sacrificed a piece, और ये pawn यहाँ तक पहुँच गया. That doesn't seem right. So
right. So he has to capture. If he captures, then h3 means the king has to go right, and then
this is the biggest problem that every attacking chess player or any chess player faces. He's so close to an attack in 3 variations. He's like finishing him off. But that 4th variation ka ek sideline is not working out, and that's where you need a lot of willpower to make it work.
okay, say for example I try to get some other piece because right now I don't see a mate. Okay, my checks are h2 and g2 is nonsense. H2 captures on g3 is bekar. What if okay, अरे यार ये तो okay, queen g3 doesn't make sense, g2 doesn't make sense. If I go queen h2, he just brings rook up to g2. If he brings rook to g2, if I capture the rook, there is no continuation. If I don't capture the rook, then there's no way to continue this attack then, is it? Going h1 doesn't make sense. Capturing on g2, g3 is still nonsense. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is there a continuation now?
No, I don't think this seems to be holding for white completely, and white looks completely fine after queen h2. Actually here, knight g3, king g2, king g2, and now of course hg3 is a mate,
Yeah.
so we are
now I
knight
have to
g3,
think
bishop
something else.
g3 is the only defense, you know, here. So
Right. So if he captures, there has to be something else that I have to think. All right. Whew. Maybe. Oh. Okay, instead of capturing, if I go h3, the king has to go to. No, instead of capturing,
you did one thing which was very weird, which I felt, is that here you gave only one check, which is queen h3. Like you gave a check and you came here and then you were thinking this.
Oh, queen h.
What that's why, Vaibhav, whenever, remember, solving a position, don't just look at one move, go all the way down, you will forget. What you should do is quickly make a memory marker that there are two checks that I have to look at, and then you look at this like this, okay, doesn't work, and then you don't stop. You're like, ha, और एक move देखना था, so let's go queen h2, king f1.
Queen h2, right? Okay. Queen h2.
Sagar Rane has says, can you tell Vaibhav there are other pieces also he has? but these guys, I don't think are joining in the attack very quickly.
So right now, I was thinking that bishop captures on g4 can be at some point lethal if I can, because, but that अभी time ही नहीं है उसका.
अगर आप खेलते हो, चलो देखते हैं, because it's
just, okay, so
takes,
right
he
now
has
I'm
to
not
take.
He has to take. Why? Because
एक pawn मार दिया, secondly ये भी threat में आ गया है. I mean, what else can you do?
I was thinking right now his king is so unsafe, he'd rather go. Oh, he can't go to e1 also.
No, he can go. He can
go
because this is defended. Yeah. But I will take another pawn on f3. Then I'm pawn up. King is still running.
Maybe. If he captures, then to f6 check, and I'm threatening mate on f2. No, not mate, but like now I just capture the rook and then f2 first. Sorry, yeah, f2 and the king goes there and yeah, there's
बच गया, सब कुछ बच गया. Everything is safe, and that doesn't work. So now okay. you know Vaibhav, what happens in an actual game. I'll tell you. You are here, okay, you are calculating knight g3. You saw knight g3, bishop g3 is winning, knight g3 is winning, rook g3 is winning. You are almost going to make the move, then you see अरे king g2, you are like अरे ये तो हो जाएगा. Then you go queen h4, everything is winning apart from bishop g3, fg3 and hg3, and you are like ये work नहीं हो रहा है. And I've spent almost half an hour on calculating. What should I do? Should you play this move, or should you then say, okay, kuch nahi, chalo, retreat? You know, that is what makes chess really tough.
Or play hoping that the opponent also
but this is
half an hour of their time to calculate the best move.
This attitude of seeing that something is wrong. Like I have seen many players doing this. They have calculated 4 lines in which they win, but the 5th line they know is losing, and they still go for it, hoping that the opponent falls for a trick, which is very wrong. I mean, if you have this attitude, top players will always beat you. So you can succeed only at a bottom level, but you will never succeed at a higher level. So king g2, and here I can just show you why this is working. After queen h4 takes hg, which is the only move as we understood. But now queen h2, king f1, and you have to find a strong move here for black. Not an easy one. Not an easy one.
Okay, so check capture threats is again h3. King goes to e1, escapes. There's nothing happening. If I go to h1, rook captures, king can. Okay. If I go to h1, the king can just go to e1 without even capturing.
Okay, yeah, queen h1.
Yeah, but
But
he will
okay, I
take
can
it
just
too.
take and knight g1.
Yeah, that's what.
You lose a queen.
Yeah. All right. So
Here is actually a tricky move, and this is where your threats. You know, you were asking कि threats कभी नहीं होता है. So here you need to think of a threat rather than check and capture.
okay, the only way that what is the magic I want? The magic is if I could somehow my queen could be on f3. That would have been
Okay,
great.
nice way to think. Nice way to think. This is something which Vaibhav has created on his own. What is the magic I want? Nice.
Actually, I saw it in some online video, kahin pe, and I liked the idea.
Yeah.
Like, what do I want and how do I create it then?
Fantastic. Okay, so what is the
Uh,
position you want?
if uh, yeah, so if I could get my queen to f3, that would have been great. Very difficult to get the queen to f3. Okay, if that is not clear, then I'll just go back to check capture threat. Okay, so if I give a check on f2, doesn't make sense. G2 nonsense. Capturing the rook is just knight captures back, everything's gone. If I give rook queen h3 check again,
King e1. He starts running.
yeah, he starts running. If I capture on e2, that also doesn't make sense. There's one good move you're saying. All right.
There's one threat. No checks and captures. There's a threat here. And this is how you realize, like, threats are usually attacking some piece, undefended piece, something which forces your opponent to react.
Okay. What can I threaten? I can threaten the
A lot
bishop
of
capture
people are
check.
saying bishop takes g4, but guys, although it looks so tempting because you have another check here, and then your queen and rook look like they are coordinating. King e1, check, king d1.
Nothing happens.
There's no way to go further. Oh, you may even look at this check, takes, check, and now there are two ways for white to win: queen e1 when he'll be piece up in the position, or king c2. Even this position is winning. Although you win a rook, you have queen for two rooks, knight for knight, and so this bishop is additional piece. So that all of that you lose a piece so bishop g4 doesn't work. There's one move which is like just attacking a pawn, just you have to, it's a very slow move.
Okay.
And it
Say
seems
for example, all right. So say for example, what are the other things I can do? If okay, E or C captures on D4, and then we threaten the capture on C3 of, but okay, E captures, C captures, again this captures, and then so but nothing out of it. Even if I have a
no, I
pawn,
mean in general, this
or-
this You
Doesn't
don't,
do
you
anything.
can't take. It's okay. You know, white will go king here and then defend
Yeah,
his queen, threaten to
exactly.
take.
I mean, हो क्या रहा है उससे? हुआ
हाँ,
कुछ नहीं.
इतना नहीं. It's not such. You need to look at this.
Yeah,
This.
I am. Uh,
Where are the weakness? Where is the point where you can attack? Find a point where you can attack.
okay. Queen G2 may. It's not there. Queen G2 doesn't work.
Queen
Wait,
G-
Queen G2 doesn't work. Queen F2 doesn't work. Queen captures on G3 doesn't work. Queen captures on G1 doesn't work. Queen H1 is the only. Queen H3 is there. The king goes away. Queen H1 is a check.
check नहीं है.
नहीं check भी नहीं है.
मार
Queen
देंगे.
H1 means just मार
We
दोगे.
saw that knight G1.
And that just okay. So now there is no queen moves left. What if I just go rook H3 and
Threaten
to
what?
threaten just nothing actually.
So
Even though the
don't
pawn is
threaten
also
nothing.
there.
Threaten something.
Oh, if I go to queen, okay, maybe now if I go to rook F3, F6, rook F6, and I am threatening a check, but
It's
maybe
such a powerful move. Now try to think. What can white do to rook F6? Is there any way to defend this pawn?
queen E3.
Yes. Does it work? What is the black's best move now?
Oh, now C captures.
No, not C capture.
Uh,
Could be okay, but better. Strong move. Stronger move.
okay, bishop captures on C4.
G4.
G4.
Very
right,
good. Because the pawn is pinned and now suddenly then this is hanging.
Yeah.
See,
And now
this entire attack now is kind of very, very difficult for white to hold, because now three pieces have joined in. Always remember, when three pieces come into the attack, it starts becoming difficult. Two is manageable. One is always not enough for the attacker. Two becomes manageable for the defender, but when three come, it starts getting very tricky. So
yeah.
here, if you see very carefully, I think let's take it from the start and let's try to understand. So basically what Tal will think is he will see all these captures very quickly with the other pieces, but then he will look at this move and he will try to see what can be done here, and then he spots this HG. HG is mate with queen h3, so only move bishop g3, fg3 here, and he sees rook f6, and this is where he finishes his calculation. You know, this is where he says, I'm not a piece down, I'm right now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, I'm a pawn down, but I will recover the pawn and I will continue a very big attack on the position. So he will stop it here. Okay, if Vaibhav, you have to form certain rules here. Let's try to give certain, because this what you solved right now was very, very important. So let's try to form certain rules from this example, so that you can, not for solving positions like this, but in general for solving chess positions. What are the rules?
मतलब दो thing you said, that calculate till the opponent's last move.
Whenever you end your calculation, end it with opponent's move. Okay, very interesting. I have actually never thought about this deeply. Vidit had mentioned once, but we will try to see if this works always. Okay.
But the most important thing is, I think, calculate all lines, all possibilities, calculate best defense for the opponent.
Calculate best. Okay, first of all, calculate candidate moves for yourself.
For yourself, okay.
Before going deep into any one line. Okay. The second one is look at the best defense for your opponent. Any tips on how to look at the best defense for your opponent? Because we keep saying look at the best defense, look at the best defense, but how do we do that?
A tip to find the best defense.
Samjo, you
Go
thought,
back to point number one. Calculate all the candidate moves.
yes, for your opponent as well. I think the best one is put yourself in the shoes of your opponent. Like you think about as if you are your own opponent now, and you have to beat yourself. And this is very difficult because we are like so self-obsessed. We are always like thinking about ourselves. हम कैसे जीतेंगे? हम क्या खेलेंगे? But you need to put yourself in the opponent. Now, one thing which I feel very important is whenever solving any position in chess, try to transport, and this is something which I truly believe, try to transport yourself to a tournament like situation. Only then can you get a seriousness of what you are doing. I don't know, maybe you do it in stand-up comedy as well. When you are preparing at home and doing your final lines, you will imagine as if you are standing in front of the crowd and you are standing there trying to speak it out. Maybe it's some kind of a visualization kind of a thing. Do you do that?
I mean, I think it's a default mode that I just become serious then. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
So maybe what happens is people, when they are practicing at home, they are so relaxed that they think, हाँ ये भी move चलेगा, वो भी चलेगा. Put yourself in a situation of a game which hurt you a lot, and then when you start thinking, it will really help you. So that these are a few things. So let's say whenever solving position in chess, try to transport yourself to the tournament like situation. Let's put this as number one. Calculate candidate moves for yourself before going deep into any one line. Look at the best defense for your opponent, and the way you do it is to put yourself in the shoes of your opponent. And whenever you end your calculation, end it with opponent's move. Okay? Anything else that you thought was important that you learned from here?
My constant learning is to, in the candidate moves, find all the lines first and then go deep into one line, which you've already written. I think that is the most important for me.
Okay, so I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it later in the chat so that you guys can keep this as. Let's do one more position. 10 was a little bit too much, I think, judging from the difficulty level of this puzzle. There's
too many branches.
Many branches. That's what, usually I will give you positions from chess course, or I'll give you from on our tactics trainer on ChessBase website. But this book, the reason why I took it up today was to show you what serious calculation is about. When you are looking at chess, what you should be aiming for. Let's do one more so that we can see.
I'm so sorry, but the last one was the Tal game.
Yes.
Was it?
Pasman.
And
he
played the move eventually.
Yeah, let's have a look at what happened in the game so that it becomes clear. So what I usually do is I'll go to reference now and see the game. So here we find the game immediately. It's Pasman versus Tal, 1952, Riga. He gave a check. Opponent, now we know why he played king g2 and not took the knight, queen h4. There was one thing which was suggested in the chat. I don't know, bishop into g4. I didn't check if this works or not. The point is, if you take the bishop, I give a check and I win the queen. So you don't take the bishop. You can take hg now. But it doesn't seem to work, yeah, does it?
Okay, now again, Check captures threats. Rook h2. Again, he can't capture, so he has to go king f1.
Yeah.
If he goes king f1 and I capture on f2,
Yeah.
again he can't capture because I can. Yeah, he's getting a lot of pieces. He can't capture, no,
Why?
because if I take. Oh, he can, because if I capture on this, he just goes to e1.
And now you're a rook down. Remember, you gave up too many pieces.
Yeah. So he can't do that. So I can't do that. Then rook h2 doesn't work. So I go queen h5, threatening h2 or h3, threatening
मैं
h3,
समझ हूँ.
threatening h3
Who
mate.
is this? Let's see. Let's admit someone. I think someone is coming with a different name. मैं समझ हूँ. But he won't reveal. Can you show the video? Who is he? Who are you?
Hello.
Oh, समय. समय है. अरे पहचाना ही नहीं मैंने.
क्यों?
पता नहीं, कुछ अलग ही दिख रहे हो.
अरे मैं अभी नींद से उठा ना यार. Just I woke up. Oh shit.
मैं बोला
I
कोई
just joined my laptop. हाँ, कितना टाइम बचा है?
11 मिनट.
That's it? Okay, shit. Then I'll see the entire thing.
The thing is, he was supposed to give us 10 puzzles to solve, 10 puzzles in 1 hour, और अभी तक 1 घंटे में पहला ही चल रहा है.
No, but the aim of the puzzle has been done. Like,
Yeah.
I have been able to formulate some rules which are going to help you to solve better.
Awesome. I'll just check the entire stream out. I'll just brush.
हाँ,
Love you both.
Sure.
Great position,
दो
Alhamdulillah.
2 मिनट रुक जाओ. समय बहुत अच्छे दिख रहे हो. मुझे तो लगा मैं समय हूँ नाम के साथ आप आए हो, तो कोई तो बंदे ने लिंक देख लिया बाय मिस्टेक, और आपने नाम क्यों चेंज किया? मैं समय हूँ.
फोन पे अलग होगा ना भाई.
हाँ,
फोन पे अलग.
अच्छा, फोन पे आए हो. हाँ, brilliant.
So yesterday we met. So much fun.
What was fun?
Scribble.
Scribble. Sorry, I missed it, and it was amazing. I saw some part of it. It was, and you made everyone dance to Gaadi Wala.
I saw the stream, man. Crazy. I saw almost like 80% of the stream.
What have I done, bro?
बहुत ही खराब. ओ राजा भाव को देख के तो मैं बोला ये क्या आदमी है. मस्त, बेस्ट.
राजा भाव और मैं रात भर फिर बात की. रात के 11 बजे से सुबह के 1 बजे तक हम लोग वीडियो कॉल किए.
अच्छा,
मैं और राजा भाव बस.
So
OBS सिखाया, सब बातें हुई.
You taught him OBS and everything, huh? Did he teach you chess?
No. Please continue, सागर, जो भी आप कर रहे थे. मैं तो ऐसे ही आगे.
Okay. Samay, thanks for coming on air. Guys, this is how Samay looks when he wakes up. So, ho gaya. And I'll see you.
Am I looking funny?
Not really.
Sagar, one more thing.
Yeah. Samay's way off. वो क्या होता है, एवरी टाइम वो बोलने जाता है मैं उसको कट करता हूँ. लास्ट टाइम like I end the call. He's saying something, I end the call. So today he said one more thing and he ended the call. Very nice. Okay, Vaibhav, how is your diet going?
Decent. I'm still doing the intermittent thing. I just failed one day because something had happened and I had to eat a late dinner at 9. But apart from that, I'm having dinner at 6. Also, I feel good. Jain wala cheese, my mom's, I'm happy.
It's like, yeah. Before the sun sets, you eat your food.
Yeah, I feel great if I do that. I like doing it.
Yeah.
Whew, okay, so this bishop thing though.
Yeah, here you were actually calculating rook h2, which doesn't seem to work. Because of king f1 maybe. But I was thinking, what if we give bishop h3 check? And now you see that this king is cut off from this square
and
has to go here or here. King h2 or
actually
h1.
not even there, because there again same f captures on g.
No, find a mate actually. Find a mate in one.
Oh, bishop f1. Bishop f1.
Yeah, bishop
That's
f1 is
correct.
just a mate. Fantastic.
But so if king goes anywhere, I think that's mate, right? King h1 is also same mate.
Yeah, same mate. King h1, bishop f1 is mate. So the question is king g2, bishop g4. I am wondering if now bishop into g3. This may work.
Bishop g3.
Because you can't take, you will lose the queen. Now there is no mate also because the king will run away. And otherwise, if you going to play bishop h3 check, I can go king h1 back. And somehow white is surviving. In fact, white is winning now. He's a piece up. So bg4 was definitely a very good try, but somehow fails to bishop into g3.
Wait, so if bishop h3, what if bishop captures on e3 then? And yeah, now bishop captures on
f3.
f3.
Yeah, take.
And I'm so sorry. Ek step back, jayenge, please. Not taking. What I'm just thinking, rook h2 now.
Yeah.
If rook h2, because again he cannot capture wo wala cheez to hai.
I take this.
But, and then
there is a deadly discovered check waiting, but how?
Right.
Where?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Anywhere else, he just captures the bishop. So what if? Okay, bishop g3 is a check. King takes. Bishop g3 is check. Bishop
Bishop h3.
h5 if bishop h3, bishop h5, bishop f3.
I mean, in the worst case, I can just block with bishop g3.
Right, that's always there.
Because I have given up, you have given one piece, but this is pinned. You have given a piece and a rook. You are a piece and a rook down. So too much material down.
Yeah, it won't work.
So only thing is to give double checks like this way. But this check may, first of all, I can take, which seems winning, but I can even go back and I don't see another check coming in. And the other one is to take, and then now I can just take, and again I don't see anything spectacular happening here. So this is also lost. So in a way, I should have gone king g2 there. Bishop f3, king f3 check, king g2 and king h1. Go back in and... So bg4, which looks again very tempting. I'm sure Tal had seen this, but loses to, I think, bishop g3. Just doesn't work. So queen h4 takes, check. He played rook f6. Opponent went f4, and Tal just took the pawn on g4. Now material is equal, and the king is in danger. So f5 was played, and now Tal developed d5. Rook f7, making square for the knight to jump here. Rook a2, knight f6, queen e3, queen h3 check, king e1, bishop h5, making this another square for the knight. You see how it's one-sided play now. Matlab, white is unable to do anything. He has just weaknesses to take care ki ye weak hai, ye weak hai, ye weak hai. Koi pieces.
Right side of his board, like the pieces are just doing nothing.
Yeah.
The knight and the bishop are doing nothing at all.
And now finally breaking open the position. This was a nice move. King h8, g4, knight takes, rook g2. He tried for some counterplay, but Tal is too smart. He's too good. At the end, he lost material and finally resigned the game here because he's exchanged down and losing even more material. So okay, so guys, I'm going to give you one last position as a homework because we don't have enough time to solve it. But as a homework, I'm going to give you Tal versus Darznik's, and we'll also see if Vaibhav can come up with an answer in 3 minutes because that's the time we have left. If he can come up with an answer in 3 minutes, Vaibhav, start thinking while I'm putting up the position. It's white to move, so you know exactly whose move it's going to be.
I think bishop a6 check.
Okay, b5 c6, queen c7, knight d7, Rook e8, rook a8, pawn a7, pawn f7, g6, h7, knight f6, bishop g7, king g8. Okay, this is the position on the board. It is white to move.
Okay, check captures threats. There is one check, bishop captures on f7. And that's it. Check, snake captures. Okay, I like this interesting discovery. Queen being on the same file.
Yes, very good. Very quick to spot it.
Uh,
Let's look at Vaibhav, this one. Let's first, did you transport yourself to a tournament like situation? I think it's difficult for you, yeah? You never played a tournament.
because I haven't been in one yet.
Yeah, you haven't
Right,
played
yeah.
one, but you can imagine from all the videos you have seen how it would be
It's
like. Second is calculate candidate moves for yourself before going deep into any one line. Okay, that thing you need to do here.
Yeah. So checks to ho gaya. Captures is bishop captures on b5, knight captures on b5, knight captures on e4, and that's it, I think. Okay. And threats. I think threat is something. Should I like consider threats right away always? Because I think
Yeah,
that's something that I calculated. Then
generally
we
checks and captures if you can look at first. So let's try to also add a point here, which is like try to look at all the checks and captures first.
I have a
And
feeling,
if
and then after that, when we realize that there is something that we need more, that is the thread that we can create. Then I guess.
correct, that's
No,
true.
maybe I don't know.
I agree with you. That's what I've written. Try to look at all the checks captures first, and if none of them work, then go for threats.
Right.
Makes sense. Makes it more economic because threats can be so many. Like for example, bishop d6 is a threat. Bishop e7 is a threat. Bishop f8 could be a threat. Bishop d5. I mean, the number of threats in the position can be a lot. While checks and captures are always limited.
Okay. So bishop captures on f7 is there, but obviously knight captures on b5 is what must have been played.
Okay. So your Vaibhav, you will play knight b5 here?
No, I'm just okay.
No,
So
just your
my
thought
first,
process. Your
yeah.
first
So
process.
here, yeah. So if I mean, I'm considering that is my like first
Candidate
move
moves.
that I want to. Yeah,
Candidate.
the first
Very
move
good.
that I want to consider amongst those, because I know there's a clear discovery, and
Yeah.
knight
So
captures you
if
can't take back
takes,
because bishop captures on f7 is winning the queen.
very good. Very good. I can
So
already see the improvement. Yeah. Okay.
and so if knight captures and he can't capture, he just has to move the queen from that file first of all. If he moves the queen,
Did you jot down all the candidate moves first? Our first step.
okay, right. So yeah, I mean, I thought captures. Oh, threatening kiya maine kuch, right?
No,
I
no.
think I did checks and captures.
But did you do all the checks and captures? 1,
Yeah,
2,
right.
3, and also bishop b5.
Right, and yeah, that's it. I
That's
guess.
it. Yeah. So 4
And
moves.
yeah, right. So of those, I was like, the first thing that comes to mind is knight captures on b5. So if knight b5, he captures back with the pawn, loses the queen. If he goes, he has to remove the queen from the file, maybe, but not. It's not. He has to remove the queen.
If you
Where
remove
he
the
can't
queen to some spot, then knight d6 aa jayega, and then so you need
four
to
post
remove it in a way where you make some otherwise एक ऐसे ही pawn मर गया.
Exactly. So he can't go. Okay. He can go to b6 maybe, either b6 or a5 where he threatens. to take the bishop. I think that's it.
Which one? Yeah, very good. Queen a5. Excellent. This is a very
Yeah.
good defense that you came up with.
Okay, so now, oh,
अभी अगर नाइट मूव करेंगे तो a3 मरेगा.
and
This is where things start getting weird in chess. You know, like you are threatening something, he's threatening you. Now, should we stop the calculation? Should we go to another line? Should we continue going deeper here? Should we look at checks, captures, and threats? Should I save this bishop? Should I save this knight? Knight d6 attacks this and this, but gives up my bishop here. And when all these things start moving in your head, you're like, whew, I'm tired. I can't calculate anymore. But let's go slowly. Let's go slowly here. If you move the bishop, he will take your knight. So that you don't want.
Right. So if I can move ahead with the knight is my only option. If I can go knight to d6 and say, for example, he captures the bishop, then I can capture his rook and he captures with the rook. Like knight captures on e8 and then rook captures on e8 and
okay.
Right now, no, wait, no captures. Right now we do have a way to win, the better way to win the rook actually with the pawn. Bishop captures on f7 obviously. So
now if king h8 or king f8, two options, I don't think makes much difference as such.
Right.
But
because you're still gonna take the rook, take both the rooks. Take the bishop captures on e8.
If you take this, you may lose the knight. So you don't want to take with the bishop. You may want to take with the knight.
The knight, and then knight captures, and then
maybe this take here.
Yeah, but we're like,
what is the final material balance?
That's what I'm thinking. So he is 4, 5. He is 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 2 pawns and 2 pawns up for and an exchange up. I think we have. Wait, so 2 knights.
Not exchange up. You have
for his 1 rook, 1 bishop, 1 bishop. We have 1 rook for 2 knights, a rook for 2 knights, and 2 pawns.
Not 2 pawns. We have 3 pawns.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 3 pawns up. Right.
So that means you have 5 plus 3, 8, and he has 6. So you are 2 pawns up in a way.
Right.
Which is good enough. I mean, if you're calculating this, I would say knight b5, queen a5, knight d6, queen a3, bishop f7, and now I will also look at king f8 because just in case if something is going wrong, but I'll see knight e8. Now he may play king f7, but I'll anyway take the knight and then take the pawn, and it's again the same 2 pieces for a rook and you have 3 pawns. But I mean, I'm still thinking whether there are any other moves here. Does bishop f7 directly make any difference? Like king f7, now knight b5, attacking the queen. If the queen moves, then knight d6 check. Maybe you reach the same position. I'm not so sure.
So are you wondering or are you hinting that I go on?
No, I'm just thinking like, because I already feel what you said, knight into b5 looks good. You know, like this is already looks winning for white or better for white. So, but still, I have a feeling that even this is just a transposition of moves. It's not like, because next move you have a check again anyway.
So he again goes, oh yeah. But we lost, if he now goes queen a5.
Yeah. Check.
And then check, maybe king f8, I think.
No, then there will be some deadly discovered like knight c4.
Oh, no. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry. King g8.
King g8.
King g8.
You
knight
take.
capture.
And now he could take either this knight or he could take this bishop. Let's say he takes, because bishop takes would just transpose. We've already seen this here. So he may take rook takes on e8. And here there's a small difference because you can no longer take this pawn because of bishop hanging. But even if I just save this bishop somewhere, let's say bishop d6, next move queen c4 check and I'll win the pawn on c6. It's
Right. It's still a strong position.
So I'm just going to check this answer because Vaibhav was very quick to break this down. So I am very impressed. I didn't think he would solve it so fast. But knight into b5, queen a5. That is what happened in the game of Tal. This happened, knight into b5. He didn't take on f7 first. He played queen a5. Now knight d6, good move. Also b4 is very strong move according to the engines, because now this knight is defended by the bishop, so you can't take. This bishop is defended by the knight, so overall you are pushing the queen away.
Okay,
I was wondering queen a6, but I think then there will be some discovered attack coming up.
Yeah, this is quite nice actually. Now if knight goes to gd6,
it's the same. Actually, it's not a big difference because anyway he will take on a3.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not so sure, but there is bishop f7 now. Because if
With
king f7 check and then you win the queen. So maybe here better to begin with queen a4 here. Better square for the queen. And I don't see big, because now bishop b3 means I'll take the knight, which you don't want. And there's no way to attack the queen. So yeah, b4 was okay, but in the game Tal played knight d6 here, like Vaibhav. Queen a3, bishop f7 happened in the game. King h8 happened in the game. Knight e8 also happened in the game here. Knight into e8. Bishop e8 he first took. Rook e8. And now rook into c6, and white has too many pawns and Tal went on to win. This is Tal versus Darznik's from 1953.
It's great to see that the puzzle you thought I won't be able to solve, I solved in like 2 minutes. But the one you thought I will solve 10, I took an hour. So that's
no,
really nice.
I believe the previous one was very complicated because there's so many lines to look at, and this one the contours were very clear. Like, you know, here it's very clear that the rook is here, and you spotted that very quickly, which was very nice. Like, you spotted these two moves, and so you had, but as pointed out, this is the key line, and also you worked that out pretty well. So I think you today got a glimpse into what advanced chess calculation is like. You know, why people start messing things up in a game, why grandmasters go wrong, why is it so complicated when after the game computer shows the right path, you know, all of these things.
In games, do people actually, do you think like that these are classical games, is it?
Yes, of course, these are classical games.
They would calculate each and every line, I have a feeling.
Yes, of course. This is how they calculate, and this is how, that's why, you know, at some point we can call some GM, maybe Jamil, in another session, and ask him to speak out what he's calculating, and you can also, and then you will be able to understand how they discard lines very quickly. This is the thing, like they see b4 queen a4 and they're like, no, I don't like this, let's go to knight d6. And this is the thing which separates grandmasters and top players from others, because they are able to discard the moves at the right time.
They develop an instinct for it also.
Yes.
By doing, just practicing more and whatever. So that's nice. But this is damn nice here. If we can do it, how Jamil thinks of.
Yes, we will do that. Maybe we can ask Jamil to come on one of the shows next ones. By the way, guys, I would say Jamil has done a tremendous job today. He was here answering all the questions of chess players in the chat. So my suggestion to all of you is, please please go to his channel, subscribe to it. Right now he has a very nice video uploaded 1 hour ago, which is Grandmasters playing Bug House. Vaibhav, your favorite format, Bug House, which is Nihal was there, Jamil. So let's pump this up to 3.5k right now. It would be very nice if all of you who are present here can go there and do it. Jamil says, of course, with pleasure, I will do that. Vaibhav, he's there in the chat and he says
Oh,
he
that's
would be
nice.
very happy to do the calculation. Vaibhav, if you are also online, you could also subscribe to Jamil's
Absolutely.
channel, and I will do that straight away right now as well. And I have subscribed. So guys, please subscribe to Jamil's channel. It is, let's take it to 3.5k. That's the idea. And thanks Jamil for spending so much time in the chat. Yeah, Vaibhav?
Jamil. No, I was just saying, he's the first video I see is Nachmanson Gambit. I've been watching it for 3 days. It's insane. What a great gambit it is.
Vidit has showed a very easy way to play against Nachmanson, but it leads to an equal position.
Where did he show? Like, where did I see the video?
Here, if you go to improve your chess openings with Sagar Shah, Vidit, he was there in one of the sessions, this one 17, and then the one question came, how to play the Nachmanson Gambit, and he replied, and it is he gave but it's an uninteresting way to play as black, and white player is like, oh yaar, maza nahi aa raha hai, but equal position, it doesn't lead to an advantage.
Okay, we'll check it out. I saw like several videos on Nachmanson. I was very impressed by the gambit, and I played मैं पिछला 3 दिन रात को इसीलिए मेरा स्लीप साइकिल और ज्यादा गड़बड़ हो गया. I've been very trying to get up early in the morning ज्यादा. बट हर रोज 6-6 घंटा 7-7 घंटा चेस. रात को 1 बजे शुरू करता हूँ, सुबह 5 बजे तक चेस खेलता हूँ.
My God.
जस्ट वेटिंग 5-5 मिनट के गेम्स कि फटाफट कोई नाकमैनसन गैम्बिट दे दे मेरे को यार, कोई एक जन दे दे यार, खेल दे यार प्लीज, ये लाइन खेल दे, मैं नाकमैनसन खेलना चाहता हूँ. अभी तक टोटल मैंने कम से कम नहीं तो अगर 100 गेम खेलोगे तो उसमें एक जन खेला था. सिर्फ एक जन. And I managed to defeat, but yeah, just one person.
That one win was very nice feeling. Yeah, when
it was nice.
Guys, what is Nachmanson Gambit? Just check here. In this video by Jamil, you will learn something. Bhagat Makhijani says, hello Sagar sir, you are my role model. No, come on. This is what Magnus Carlsen says, and I think everyone should remember this. Magnus Carlsen has said, don't make role models. The reason is very simple, they limit you. Because if say I'm your role model, then whatever, I kind of limit you to a certain extent. So learn good things from everyone. Learn good things from me, from Vaibhav, from Samay, from whoever, from Jamil. But don't keep role models. They kind of limit you. That's what Magnus says. Vaibhav, do you agree?
Oh, absolutely. I've never had a role model. I've never put up a poster in my room. The only person I came closest to a fan was Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean wala banda. But that's it. But life, I don't know. In general, I'm not very like that person who gets fandom.
I can see on Vaibhav's face always. He's never impressed by anything very quickly. But Nachmanson Gambit has somehow taken his fancy.
It's beautiful, man. Chess, so many puzzles are there. Chess is just puzzle and normal game. It was great. It's just super fun to watch these things.
Yeah.
That nice.
Cool. So we have around 3.24. I think the aim is to get 3.5. I will check it out later in the day. Guys, please make sure that Jamil, you subscribe to this channel. And Vaibhav, thanks once again for waking up today. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Bye. Okay, guys. Today was an intense day. What I'm going to do right now is just a second, let me put up my black screen. Yeah, what I made the notes, I'm going to put that up so that you can remember this when you are calculating. I'm going to put it in, and if mods can just put it again, then people can, it's too long. Okay, I'll have to break it up. Into points 1. Okay, this is point 1. Let's put point 2. And then I will go to point 3. And then point 4. And Nikhil is back. Nikhil, where were you for so many? Nikhil the mod. I couldn't see you for many days. Thank you for being back. And thank you, Jamil. Thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you to all the followers who are present here. I think 2 more sessions and we will be there to number 50. I think we're going strong. We are going strong. Yeah, let's post it on Discord if you can. I will send it on Discord channel. Would be nice to put it there. Take care. Bye. Aha. Jamil says, remind me that I have one trick for better calculation during a game. In the next time. Okay. Done, Jamil. Tomorrow we learn how to calculate better from you. Thanks for that. And guys, see you. I think today there will be something more coming up from my end. So stay tuned for that. Bye bye.